Welcome back to Actor Has No Range, the series where we celebrate Bollywood's most consistent actors. Consistent not in performance, but in disappointment. Today's guest of honor, the PR department's hardest working client, nepotism's most coddled creation, and Bollywood's eternal work in progress, Janhvi Kapoor. Daughter of producer Boni Kapoor and the late Sridevi, half-sister to Arjun Kapoor, and the constant beneficiary of Karan Johar's Dharma Protection program. Because yes, if there's one thing more reliable than Janhvi's poker face acting, it's Karan Johar showing up with a check, a script, and another Launch 2.0. She made her debut in 2018 with Dhadak, Karan Johar's watered-down remake of Sairat. The original was raw, emotional, and socially charged. Dhadak was like watching a Fair Lovely ad set to tragic music. While Rinku was fire and fury, Janhvi was fridge temperature. Some critics called it restrained. Others, more honest ones, called it colorless. And that's when we first saw it, the beginning of her acting arc, from blank to slightly less blank. Then came Ghost Stories, a Netflix horror anthology. Critics praised her performance, calling it promising. And little did we know, that was the first and last time anyone would use the words Janhvi Kapoor and performance in the same sentence. Next up, Gunjan Saxena, the Kargil girl, a real-life story about courage and determination. Except the only thing she determinedly avoided was acting. She trained physically, studied the posture of Air Force pilots, learned to salute, but forgot to emote. Still, she got a Filmfare nomination, because in Bollywood, effort is optional and connections are mandatory. Then came Ruhi, her first horror comedy, alongside Rajkumar Rao. Yes, she had a double role, which means we got to endure two bad performances for the price of one. The film was a disaster, and the only thing scary about it was her acting. Then came Good Luck Jerry, a remake of the Tamil hit Kolamav Kokila. And if the original was 100%, this was maybe 10%. It went straight to streaming, like most of her career. After that, Millie, yet another remake, this time of the Malayalam hit Helen, a story about a woman trapped in a freezer overnight. And honestly, it fit perfectly. Because she didn't have to act frozen, she just had to be herself. Half the film, she was literally frozen, which made it her most convincing performance yet. Then came Bawal in 2023, a romantic drama set against World War II. Yes, you heard that right. World War II and Janhvi Kapoor in one sentence. It was meant to be deep and moving, but turned out to be unintentionally hilarious. The Guardian described their chemistry as still, which is critic speak for non-existent. But it didn't blow up into a controversy because, let's be honest, nobody watched it. Then came Mr Mrs Mahi in 2024, a sports drama where she played a professional cricketer opposite Rajkumar Rao again. She trained physically, learned cricket techniques, and did everything except act. Her expressions remained so stoic that even the cricket bat seemed more emotionally involved. Critics called her the weakest part of the film. But even after 6 years, reviewers were still writing things like, she shows potential. She's been showing potential longer than some actors' entire careers. Then came Ulej, where she played an IFS officer. It was her serious role, passion project, PR dream, and yet again the same review pattern. She looks great, but lacks depth. Translation, she acted like she was reading her own Wikipedia page. Then came her Telugu debut, Devara, alongside Junior NTR. This was supposed to be her grand South Indian entry, except she showed up halfway through the movie, only to pout and dance around NTR's energy. A critic perfectly summed it up. She appears only post-interval to pout and preen. This was also the only successful film post her debut. Yet my God, so many chances. So many chances. And then came the disaster piece, Param Sundari, a movie that decided to mock an entire state, Kerala. Her Malayalam pronunciation was so bad, it felt like the words were protesting mid-dialogue. When called out, she explained she was playing half Malayali, half Tamil, as if that magically justified it. Except the accent was half American, half Martian. The film faced massive backlash for stereotyping South Indians, and Janhvi's performance was the cultural cherry on top, flavorless, fake, and flat. And then, within weeks, Tulsi Kumari dropped. She was the main lead, yet completely overshadowed by her co-stars. It's a talent, really, to stand in the center of a frame and still not exist. And now we arrive at Homebound, The Oscar submission produced by, surprise, surprise, Karan Johar. Janhvi's role? So small you could literally blink and miss it. And yet, PR wrote full essays about how she's representing India at the Oscars. Critics were quick to note her performance suffered in comparison to her co-star, which is polite talk for she acted like she was lost in the wrong set. Now let's talk about her PR machine, because honestly that's the real star here. Her PR works harder than most actors in the industry. They have one clear goal: to make her appear relatable. The girl next door. Except the only door she's next to is the one at Dharma Productions. We get endless articles like, Janhvi Kapoor is so grounded. She eats vada pav like a true Mumbaiker. Yes, because the true mark of relatability is eating street food once a year with full makeup and a camera crew. Her PR celebrates the bare minimum like it's the second coming of cinema. Janhvi Kapoor trained for months. Janhvi Kapoor cried in a scene. Congratulations, that's literally your job. They write think pieces about her every move. Janhvi Kapoor is rewriting box office history. Rewriting? She's barely written anything at all. Every time a film fails, the PR spins it as a bold new phase. Her entire career is one big press release with lighting, and through it all, one man is always there. Karan Johar. Producer, mentor, life coach, career lifeguard. If her movie flops, Karan gives her another. If her acting's criticized, he calls it nuanced. If the audience doesn't care, he calls them too harsh. Nearly every movie of hers, Dhadak, Gunjan Saxena, Ghost Stories, Bawal, Homebound, Tulsi Kumari, has Karan Johar's fingerprint somewhere on it. At this point, she's less an actor and more a Dharma brand ambassador. And let's not forget the attitude, because she's not just monotone on screen, she's monotone off it too. Remember that viral Ruhi promo moment? She playfully hit Varun Sharma. If the roles were reversed, we'd have full-blown social media outrage. But since it's Jhanvi, it became cute banter. She's been caught teasing co-stars, being dismissive, and then openly saying she doesn't talk to them much because she's shy. That's fine, but maybe try talking to the person you're supposed to have chemistry with. Because so far, her romantic scenes look like HR presentations. She has no chemistry with anyone. Not Ishan, not Rajkumar, not NTR, not Varun, nothing. Even in Bawal, people said she had better chemistry with the background furniture. And yet, despite every flop, every blank stare, every meme, she's everywhere. Magazine covers, red carpets, endorsements, Dior, Nika, Aldo. It's almost inspiring how you can fail upwards so consistently. Because Janhvi Kapoor is not just an actress. She's a PR concept. A brand built on potential, protected by nepotism, and powered by endless spin. At this point, her PR deserves an award. They've successfully convinced an entire industry to keep waiting for her time. 7 years in, and she's still the newcomer. She's been launched, relaunched, and re-relaunched. But the performance never showed up. She's the face of next big thing that never became a thing. And the only range she's ever shown is between lip gloss shades. So here's to Janhvi Kapoor, Bollywood's forever debutante, the queen of unearned hype, and proof that if Karan Johar believes in you hard enough, reality doesn't matter. Because in this industry, acting may fail you, but PR will never let you down.